Jeez Louise. What's all this stuff doing here? Different project. Ignore that. Oh, get all this stuff out of the way. What's going on, guys? Sam here from the Cube Place, and today we have a package from the Cubicle. And I found my old X-Acto knife because I've been doing some projects recently which will eventually show up on the channel at some point soon, and it is so nice to have this, let me tell you. Man, look at that, just like butter. Love X-Acto. So, without further ado, let's see what we got in this package today. I'm very excited, got a lot of things coming. Ooh, very exciting. Been waiting for a while to try this. I know this is a really popular lube, and I can't wait to try it on some of my speed cubes. See how it affects them and their quality. Without further ado, let's see what we have in here. Receipt. Okay. Cube head logo. Shout out. Super sweet. Huge discounts, as he would say. All right. What do we have here? Okay, guys. Let's cut this down the side, make our lives a little easier. All right. Jeez. Okay, guys, here we go. Okay, so oh, there's no tape on this one. So, yeah, very excited to bring this puzzle to you guys because one, this puzzle's really cool, and two, it's gonna help explain another puzzle that I have. So as you guys can see, well, maybe, you guys might think this is something, but it is actually not what you think. So at first glance, a lot of people think that this is a helicopter cube. Well, as you can see, this is not a helicopter cube. What this puzzle is, unless you cheated and looked at the box, this is a 2x2 cube. So, as you can see, it turns like a 2x2, standard 2x2 moves, but it also does cube moves as well. Wow, if you look at that, that definitely enhances the solve, makes it a little bit more complicated, but overall, yeah guys, that is what this puzzle is, as I have this puzzle right here. And what this is a ghost cube version of this. Now, I wanted to do this project because there are almost no videos about this puzzle on YouTube at all. This is the GhostZ puzzle, and this is the exact same puzzle as this, like I said. So, whereas this is a 2x2 plus a cube combination, this is also a 2x2 plus a cube. So right here in ghost cube fashion, we want to make sure we are lined up right here. Okay, there we go. So right here, we have our 2x2 moves right here. And as you can see, we are lined up through this axis, but also through this axis. Unlike a standard ghost cube where you would only line up one axis. Well, in this one, we line up two simultaneously. So right here, we have our 2x2 moves. Here, and then we also have cube movements right here as well. So anyway, so that kind of gives you an idea, and yeah, it might look like this puzzle turns terribly, which it doesn't turn amazing, but the reason it's such a floppy puzzle is because there's so many components. Same with this one, like if you can kind of see here, this cube can kind of be a little bit flexible and floppy, just because there's a lot going on with it. So, but otherwise, they both turn very, very well. It's just a matter of just making sure, like once everything is aligned, these puzzles both turn very well. It's just, they've got a lot of moving parts. And yeah, so there you go. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and scramble up both of these puzzles as much as I can, just to kind of show you kind of what we're looking at here. So again, like I said, same exact puzzle. One is a standard, one is ghosted. So let's go ahead and just kind of mix this up. So I think I'll just mix this up like a 2x2 first, and then we'll do some cube moves. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call this pretty well scrambled. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing to this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward through this as well, and yeah, we're gonna see what it looks like when it's all scrambled up. You know, in all honesty, I would say that this is pretty well scrambled, and just figuring out how to move this thing is apparently going to be a challenge, so that is something to keep in mind. Well, guys, I'm gonna say that we have a problem. So I might have to go ahead and take this thing apart and figure out how to put it back together. So yeah, I will go ahead and get back to you guys once I've done that. All right, guys, we are back, and as you can see, the puzzle is put back together again, just like Humpty Dumpty. Now, what you guys may not realize is that that little magic of editing was actually almost 24 hours. It didn't take me 24 hours to put this back together, of course, but my God. This puzzle has so many moving parts, and it's also ghosted, which means you have to put it back together off axis, which proved to be kind of a interesting sort of a issue in itself. But yeah, this kind of changed my my whole outlook on this puzzle. I think this puzzle looks really, really cool. And I do like the base puzzle. I've been working on it since yesterday a little bit, just kind of figuring out how it all works and kind of how to solve it. But this puzzle, yeah, in all honesty, it's a really cool puzzle. It looks cool, but it just needs work. I think the designer has some work to do on this puzzle to make it more functional and more playable, because right now it's, I mean, as you guys saw, it was yeah, a pretty catastrophic failure of the mechanism, and I ended up having to take it entirely apart down to its core, so I could put it back together again, which was really kind of a pain. And as far as being somebody who likes to solve obscure puzzles, really kind of an unpleasant experience. You know, when I pick up a cool puzzle like this, like, you know, whether it's you know, something obscure or even simple like a 7x7 or like a ghost cube, it's like, man, I expect it to be, you know, it doesn't have to be super crazy robust, but man, I don't like it when when my puzzles explode while I'm trying to solve them, or even scramble them. I mean, my goodness, I was just scrambling this puzzle, and yeah, I had that catastrophic failure, so that was a little bit disappointing. But anyway, guys, this is pretty much going to wrap up the video. So there's my thoughts. And that was this is gonna kind of round up that unboxing I did of the SuperZ 2x2x2 plus cube puzzle, and this is the GhostZ puzzle. So it's the same puzzle, just ghosted, and very cool looking, very interesting puzzle, but not very playable, unfortunately, and yeah, just needs some work to be done on it. So, all right, there you guys go. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see y'all in the next one.